What's going on, folks? Price is Wrong here again from Battle Vortex, and I'm actually getting ready to make another run to Hutton Orbital. I actually got a load of garrison supplies. I'm going to carry one more run for Zachary Hudson, and this will help me meet my merit quota to maintain a rating of 4. I know it's like not very ambitious, but you know, time is time. You know what I mean? So my time is a little bit more important to me. I like to do other things. Anyway, let me go ahead and get to it.
Welcome to Battle Vortex.
Alright, now I actually am doing something a little bit differently with my chat this time. My chat is actually going to have like a 60-second timeout, but that's okay, because I'm actually going to be watching the chat in a different window. Okay, I don't actually watch it on the stream. The stream mainly is just for the viewers, but you know, it does get a little busy in here sometimes, and which is an awesome thing. I really love that my channel can do that. But basically, as the chats come on, about 60 seconds thereafter, they'll be disappearing. So, but that's only from the stream, not from the actual Twitch channel. And anyway, so that's that. Well, let me go ahead and get started. And I actually do have a full load of my cargo capacity is full, and so I guess at this point I actually need to go ahead and figure out where I need to take my cargo. I'm going to start off by talking to my voice command. So system boot. System boot. Boot system.
Initializing systems. Initialization complete.
Awesome.
Welcome, Commander. Thank you, Commander.
Awesome.
Thank you, Commander.
Oh, okay. Target panel. Target panel. Target panel. Target panel. There we go. Hey, Celtech, how's it going? Alright, I just had to get my stuff there set up. Getting ready to make a run for Zachary Hudson. I'm going to find out where I can deliver my garrison supplies. So basically I'm just going to go over here, look to see what's still under threat. Here we're really close, 92%, but we're not quite there yet. This is where I've been making my run to. It's a pretty nice little long run. I have a few rares in my cargo. And so basically I shouldn't have any trouble. Basically I should be able to get a little bit more, a few more credits for the rares. I don't have enough credits to buy back my ship, so that's bad. Yeah, this game is awesome, Celtech. It's a great game. Great game. Let me see. Let me go back real quick, because I don't think I had fast. Yeah, it's economical route right now. So let's change it to fastest routes, and then let's try that again. Alright, I don't know what's going on here. Alright, that ought to do it. Target panel. Alright, so it's 13 jumps. Close target panel. Close target panel. Alright. Sometimes if I talk to my voice attack too quickly, it doesn't pick it up because it just kind of combines all the words. So it'll see like one long series of words being the command as opposed to just the part that I intended it to hear. I use the voice attack. My whole intention really is to be able to do everything with just my HOTUS system. Retract landing gear.
Landing gear retracted.
I'm flying a federal dropship, which is a medium-size ship. It feels quite large, but I guess that's kind of relative because I haven't actually driven a large ship yet. This is probably the largest thing I've actually driven. Engage.
Charging drive.
Drive charging.
Kind of weird having two computers respond to you, right?
Four, three, two, one. Engage.
Yeah, Elite Dangerous is a pretty sweet game.
Scooping.
I've just recently discovered it's gotten some harsh criticism. Some people were saying that it was a bit bland, but I don't know. I don't know about it. I think it's really clean. I don't know about it being bland, though.
Fuel scooping complete. Warning, taking heat damage. Fuel scoop disengaged.
Engage. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Engage.
Charging drive.
Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, one. Engage. Fuel scooping.
This is the kind of the boring part right here, having to constantly fuel up, stop to fuel up, top off at each star.
Warning, taking heat damage. Fuel scooping complete. Fuel scoop disengaged.
Warp speed. Warp.
Preparing for
Frameshift
hyperspace
drive
travel.
charging.
Hey, Dirty Harry. The heat is basically I was close to the star. That's where I got heat. The heat from is just because I was too close to that particular star
Four, three,
for too long a period of time.
one. Engage.
The Hutton Orbital, is that what you're talking about, Dirty Harry? What's going on at that station? Basically, it's just it's a community event. There's generally tons of community events at any given time, and this one right here has just gotten a really big push. It's been advertised quite heavily. Just Hutton Orbital is like famous already for being the station furthest from a star, 0.22 light years. It's famous for that, and
Fuel scooping complete.
I mean, there's like T-shirts out there. You know what I mean? You can buy T-shirts,
Fuel
and
scoop disengaged.
but so it's a community event at this particular station, and so it's gotten a lot of support, and so it's basically what's going on. I'm actually on my way to just drop off some garrison supplies. I'm trying to get my my merits taken care of. Engage.
Preparing for
Frameshift
hyperspace
drive
travel.
charging.
Exactly, Celtec. Exactly. Yep, scooping the fuel off from the stars, and not all stars are scoopable. They don't all put up the same kind of gases, but there are certain ones that I can scoop to fuel my ship, and I'm sure we'll run into a couple that I can't scoop, that are not scoopable. But yeah, you know, the suns, of course, it's hot. The suns are quite hot, and So right now I'm monitoring my heat. I'm at 67%, and I'm scooping. Let me go ahead and slow down and just make sure I'm trying to top off my tank here.
Scooping complete.
All right. You can actually upgrade your fuel scoop so that you can scoop even faster. I would love to do that.
Disengage.
But sometimes, you know, the slots on your ship, the modules, you have big compartments on your ship that you use for different things. And I went with a smaller fuel scoop so that my larger slots, I could put something else in. Engage.
Charging drive.
Frameshift drive charging.
If I would have went with a larger fuel scoop, then obviously I'd scoop, could potentially scoop a lot faster, but.
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Now this kind of fuel is dense. You see these numbers right here, that's 60, 100, whatever per second. Those are pounds. That's pounds of fuel per second. 142, 143 pounds of fuel per second. My ship, I think, can hold about 32 tons of fuel, if I'm not mistaken.
Fuel scooping complete.
Try not to spend too much time at over 100 degrees. 100 degrees is bad. Engage.
Engaging
Frameshift
frameshift
drive
drive.
charging.
Hey, take care, Celtec. Thank you. As far, you cannot create your own space station. You cannot, no.
3, 2, 1.
But the event of this particular event is really just to deliver scrap. For this particular event, they just want scrap delivered. So basically, you sell the scrap to them at a loss. They don't even pay full price. Now this is not a scoopable star. I gotta get away quick. Woo. Engage.
Charging frameshift
Frameshift
drive.
drive charging. Four, 3, 2, 1. Engage. Fuel scooping.
I need lots of fuel this time. Getting hot. Yeah, it is. Well, it's all fictitious currency, right? I mean, here you can't buy currency. You can't buy resources like that.
Fuel
Alright.
scoop disengaged.
Alright, let's see if I can get close in here again. Alright, I'm cooled back down, 34. Where's that star at? I feel like I'm just flying around it over and over again. There it is. Alright, full tank. Took a little bit more work that time.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
Engage.
Charging frameshift drive.
Drive charging.
Yeah, it's selling at a loss, but the thing is, I'll actually make money in the end. I will make credits in the end, okay? And I'll show you what I mean. Well, maybe I can show you
3,
with that before actually getting there.
1. Engage.
Let me see. As soon as I drop out of hyperspace, I'll show you the event info. I got the event info here on my target panel. Not a scoopable star. Target panel. Close target panel. Alright, there we go. Target panel. Alright. Here at the top, it's called the Hutton mug, right there. So basically you earn rewards by delivering scrap. Okay, now it sounds like the opposite of what I just told you, right? Because I told you it actually cost. The thing is, the scrap actually costs you more than they buy it at. Okay, they will only pay a certain amount. But the thing is, you can actually win right here at the bottom. So currently I'm in the top 60%, so I'm in line right now to get 2.5 million credits. Now we have passed the allowance of 30. Okay, once we hit the allowance of 45, that reward may go up even higher. Okay, I could potentially win, I don't know, 5 million. I'm kind of hoping my current load will put me up higher than the top 60%. Well, I haven't actually bought the scrap yet, but I will be soon. Close target panel. Engage.
Preparing for hyperspace travel.
Of course, I will have to fly all the way back out here again to claim my my reward. Engage.
Engaging frameshift drive.
Charging.
Well,
2, 1. Engage.
you're talking like the actual like amount of work, or maybe what 2.5 to 5 million credits will buy? Is that what you're asking? So you can understand, there are many ships that you can buy with that, and you completely A-spec them. There are many, many ships. It's a brown dwarf. But not big ships, small ships. I know there's a lot of small ships. As far as the bigger ships, when I say bigger ships, I'm talking like the Vulture. Probably costs a little bit more than that. Probably get you about a half a Vulture. It'll buy you the hull, but it won't give you a whole lot of extras. The 5 million would. Engage.
Preparing for hyperspace travel.
Now the ship that I'm currently in costs about 15 million just for the hull, but with everything I got invested, I can probably pull that up here in just a second.
3, 2.
As soon as I get to where at the other end of this hyperspace, I'll pull it up again and show you. Ah, yes, fuel.
Fuel scooping.
Systems panel. Alright. Currently with insurance, my ship right now, if I were to lose it and needed to rebuy it, it would cost me 1.8 million credits. Okay. But that's with like, I think my insurance covers like 85% of the cost or something like that. But let's just go for a little bit further here. System status.
She's torn up plenty, but she'll fly true.
Wow, what did I just say? System status. Oh, okay. Um, cargo insurance. Okay, that's 95%. So, if you take the value 1.8 million and multiply it times 20 is the current value of my ship. Statistics. Current assets, and that is my current ship with the resources, the credits that I have, is about just short of 38 million. 38 million credits. So this I'd probably give you an idea here. Highest single reward I've ever made this is from bounty hunting combat 341,000 credits. Closed systems panel. So does that help at all?
Fuel scooping complete.
I'm not saying all this work is worth it flying out there over and over again. Engage.
Preparing for hyperspace travel.
It's this particular community event is more about the spirit of the job more than anything. Because there's a lot easier ways to earn 5 million credits, believe me.
1.
This one job I'm doing right now should basically help me get my 5 million credits tomorrow. It's my weekly pay from Zachary Hutton. I get a weekly allowance from here. Allowance. I get a weekly paycheck from him right now. Because I'm a rating 4, I get paid 5 million credits every week.
Fuel scooping complete. Fuel scoop disengaged.
Rating 5 gets paid 50 million credits a week though. Engage.
Charging.
I just don't have that kind of time to commit to that much work though. That's a lot of butt time every week to get 50 million credits. Well, there are a lot of general purpose ships. This ship that I'm currently in, the Federal Dropship, it's kind of a multi-purpose type ship because I've got a pretty large cargo hold. I can carry 120 tons of cargo, and I can carry 120 tons of cargo in this particular ship. But it also has a pretty decent amount of weapons, pretty decent armament. It doesn't handle very well. It's really its only downside. My Vulture doesn't have any cargo capacity, but it's like the most nimble ship in the game. It is strictly
Warning. Taking
crap
heat damage.
combat.
Fuel scooping complete.
Let's get out of here. I wasn't paying attention.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
Let's cool that sucker down. There we go. All right. Engage. But that's my Vulture.
Hyperspace travel.
The biggest ship in the game, the biggest baddest ship in the game right now is the Anaconda, which is also a multi-purpose. There's a lot of ships that are pretty much set up just for transporting cargo, like the Type 6 and Type 9. And there's many ships that are set up just for fighting. The Anaconda can be equipped to go either direction. You can actually make it a really good hauler, or you can make it really good at combat. But that one there, that particular ship's like over 150 million credits to get it well built, to buy the hull and then deck it out. It's about 150 million credits. I'm nowhere even close to that. There's other guys that play this game with us. I don't want to sound offensive, but they don't have much of a life. You know what I mean? Crap. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and fight this guy.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
Alright, it's a little eagle.
Under attack.
The eagles are set up for combat. Usually what I end up having to do with these guys, because I'm not nimble enough to catch them just by trying to spin around, is I'll go ahead and throw my ship into reverse. And make them chase me. I'll fly backwards and make them chase me. It's really the best thing I got going.
Target shields offline.
Weapons full.
Understood, Commander.
Alright.
Target destroyed.
Balance power.
Understood.
Engage.
Jumping to the next
Frameshift
star
drive
system.
charging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage. Fuel scooping complete.
Yeah, I smoked them. This ship's not very nimble. It's not like my Vulture, man. My Vulture, man, I can definitely eat those things for lunch, man. No problem. Here it takes a little bit more work, only because I even upgraded my thrusters, man. It's still just not enough. I don't have the tops thrusters, though, so maybe that's the next thing I can try. Disengage.
Frameshift drive disengaged.
Hey, Captain Josh. Yes, definitely. A lot easier to play with joystick over a mouse. Power to engines.
Engines priority.
Target panel. Close target panel.
Docking request granted.
Oh, maybe I had it wrong. I had it right the first time. It's going to flip completely over. Obviously, there's no up. We're in space and all that, but I like to. You're supposed to enter on the green side. See how one side's lit up green and the other side's got red lights on it. And then also green should tend to be on your right. Usually when there's signage and stuff outside, it's that's how you make it upright. Deploy landing gear.
Understood.
Landing gear deployed. Docking successful. Engines disengaged.
Yeah, my combat is generally NPCs, yeah, because I play in the private group, yeah. That is correct. Alright, see this right here puts me over the 1500 merits I need to maintain my routing. Now I'm at my rating. Now I'm at 1577, so I'm good there. I do need to go to commodities, so I have do have a couple rares on here that I need to offload. See if I can make anything for it. Oh, nice. It's not a lot, but it's a little bit. I need to see if they have some scrap here. Salvage. Let me go to waste. There we go. Alright, systems panel. Systems panel. What I need to do is find out, see I'm in their federation, I'm allied with the federation, and to get naval rank, I need to do subfaction. I need to get subfaction, I guess, reputation. So I need to basically, when I accept missions, I always look to make sure that their allegiance is to the Federation first. So here we have the Limited and Liberals are both Federation allegiance, just those two. So Liberals and Limited. Closed systems panel. Alright, so here this is limited. 4 out of these 5 available missions are limited. They're all charity missions. This one right here is basically want me to donate credits, so I'll go ahead and do that. This one right here is another one that needs credits. I'll go do that. Now, basically, I'm just giving them credits, but it does help me out with my rank progression. So currently, my rank is an ensign with the Federal Navy, and I want to go higher than that. There's another one that needs credits. And so what's left is medical supplies and food, but the law party is not somebody I donate to anyway. So all right, now all that's done. I got a full ship again, so now I'm going to head out to Hutton Orbital. Target panel. Alright, so that is at Alpha Centauri. So Alpha Centauri. There's Hutton Orbital. I'll go ahead and map the route all the way there. Exit.
Disengaging supercruise.
Okay.
Ship released. Engines engaged.
Retract landing gear.
Landing gears up and secure.
As long as I'm not exceeding 100, then I'm not. I won't have to worry about any reckless driving tickets. Or I've gotten them. Yes, I have. Engage.
Jumping to the next
Frameshift
star
drive
system.
charging. Four, three, two, one. Engage. Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete. Fuel scoop disengaged.
Engage.
Jumping to the next
Frameshift
star
drive
system.
charging. Four, three, two, one. Engage. Fuel scooping.
Oh, work. Work, work, work.
Fuel scooping complete.
Engage.
Charging frameshift
Frameshift
drive.
drive charging. Four, three, two, one. Engage.
It's lunchtime, y'all. Ain't got nobody here to make me a sandwich. So my wife is gone. My son's in school. He's actually probably getting out of school. Oop. He's probably actually out of school already. You know, he's a senior. He's got that short schedule, you know, and but he's hanging out with his friends most likely. Engage.
Charging drive.
Frameshift drive charging.
Hopefully not getting into trouble.
Three, two, one. Engage.
I think my wife is visiting her sister and their baby.
Fuel scooping.
Yeah, teenagers are fun. I don't know, you know, I kind of feel like I've done what I can do with them, you know what I mean? My son, that is. You know, I've given him all the advice. I don't think there's anything that I've missed, you know? So I think I've done all I can do, quite honestly.
Warning. Taking heat damage.
Yeah, heat.
Fuel scooping complete.
114, wow, yikes. 118.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
Woof, that's hot.
Warning. Taking heat damage.
Ooh, I can order a pizza, you know? Man, you make a good point. Engage.
Preparing for
Frameshift
hyperspace
drive
travel.
Mmm. It's a shame that pizza's like the only thing that you can order though, because we just ordered pizza like a couple of days ago.
4, 3, 2.
I did offer to take my son out for lunch today, but being on call, you know, we wouldn't have been able to like hang out in the restaurant. Whatever we got, we would have had to bring it home. I just need to be able to respond to calls if I get called, you know, type thing. It's a I don't know how other engineers do on call, but
Fuel scooping.
it's how I've always done it. Just make sure I'm available as possible. Don't go running around town doing your chores that week, you know.
Fuel scooping complete.
Chinese food sounds good too.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
Engage.
Charging drive.
Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, one. Engage.
Anybody know of any deals on Facebook credits this week? Any place got Facebook credits on sale? Not saying I'm planning on buying any, but I'd just like to make sure that, you know, something to pass on to the community.
Fuel scooping complete. Fuel scoop disengaged.
Engage.
Charging drive.
Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, one. Engage. Fuel scooping.
Target panel. Close target panel.
Complete. Warning, taking heat damage.
3 more jumps. Yeah, it's hot. I get it.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
Engage.
Charging drive.
Frameshift drive charging.
So I don't know if you folks have noticed, but I did change the Twitch chat the way it appears on my screen. Basically, any new messages that comes into the Twitch chat just show up on the screen for 60 seconds and go away. It's just a way to keep less clutter on the Twitch stream. Just curious what y'all thought about that. You know, I've been told at times that my Twitch stream tends to get a little busy.
Fuel scooping.
I can adjust the time. Right now it's set for 60 seconds. Now I'm actually watching the chat in a different window. It's actually a CLR browser tool that I'm using to put the chat into to put the chat into my Twitch stream now.
Fuel
Something a little
scoop
different.
disengaged.
Oh, awesome. The event briefing's been posted. Sweet. We'll pull it up here in a minute. Engage.
Charging drive.
Frameshift drive charging.
It actually does say your name up there. It just doesn't sit up there for long. You see how your last message just dropped off after it's a 60-second thing.
Engage.
I thought 60 seconds was appropriate. 60 seconds is good.
Fuel scooping. Warning, taking heat damage.
Yeah, always looking for ways to improve, you know? Try to make things a little better.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
Engage.
Charging frameshift
Frameshift
drive.
drive charging.
I haven't got this the timeout thing set up on my Battle Vortex. I'm sorry, my Battle Pirates uh,
4,
scene yet for the game,
1.
the profile for my stream. But I'll be setting that up soon. It's not hard to set up. It's basically just going in and making a small edit into the URL. It's real easy. Man, that star's so dark I can't even see it. Would run right into it. Engage.
Charging drive.
Frameshift drive charging.
Hey, Ukabia. How's it going? Yeah, sure. Go ahead and ask a question. What's your question about fuel scooping and taking damage?
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage. Fuel scooping.
Yeah, that is odd that you couldn't pull away. Yeah, I've never had that issue not being able to pull away. Now I have gotten too close, and then it's a little different. If you want, I could maybe demonstrate what that's like. I mean, were you in this? Did your screen look like this? Fuel scoop active?
Warning, taking heat damage.
Alright, hold on, let me get away from the star. Let me cool down real quick. I could probably demonstrate. Did you get too close to the star? Is that what happened? Did you drop out of Super Cruise?
Fuel scoop disengaged.
Oh, I won't blow up. I won't blow up. Yeah, I actually knew about the limited edition Aegis. Well, I say I knew about it, but I actually read it from somewhere that was unofficial. Alright, target panel. Target panel. So, close target panel. Alright, see I just targeted the star here. Let me go ahead and just spin around here, and I'll go ahead and run into the sun, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Alright, now I'm too close. Alright, but now watch what I do. Watch my compass, which is right here. You see my compass right there? You see how you've got the little circle that's hollowed out? that just means that it's in my rear hemisphere. So what I need to do is actually put that up into the center, okay? My frame shift drive is currently not in cooldown or anything like that, so I should be ready to go ahead and jump, all right? So that's basically what you're looking for right there, is that the star is directly behind you. It's right in the center of my crosshairs. Engage.
Engaging frameshift guide.
And see where my escape vector popped up? It popped up, you know, directly away. It popped up right in front of me. Now, if you don't have the star directly behind you, you're not going to immediately see the escape vector. Okay, you won't see the escape vector until you do have all that kind of stuff sorted. Target panel. Close target panel. So that was it. That's running into a star. That's what happens. And that's funny. All of the Aegises were already limited. And it's funny that there's a limited edition of it. Yeah, so Ukabia, did I just give you a pretty decent idea of how to get out? Yeah, you probably were distracted, yeah. Alright, well now that I've gotten this grind right here started, I'll go ahead and put the... I'm going to start talking Battle Pirates a little bit, okay? So hopefully I don't lose anybody. If you're here for Elite Dangerous, please stick around. And I'll even stop doing this if you want. But I'm going to talk briefly about Battle Pirates, which is, for those that don't know, it's a browser, a flash-based game browser. It's a MMO, real-time strategy. That's can be found at kickside.com or on Facebook. And oh, actually, I didn't mean to play. Let me just go to forums. Actually, maybe I should click play real quick, because see where my game is currently. Come on, play. Neptune is what it's called. Very interesting. Hey, look at there, man. I'm glad I loaded my base up. That's pretty awesome. Alright. So this one's got Speed System 5 on it. This one's got Speed System 5. Now this one does. Now this one's going to get it. Awesome.
Thank you, Commander.
Computer. Bye-bye.
Hasta la vista, baby.
Computer's so cool. Alright, well anyway, back to the forums. Let's go ahead and close that game out. It uses a lot of resources. Alright, so general discussion. This right here, Hutton Orbital right here, this particular journey, you see the distance is 0.22 light years. It's going to take me about an hour and a half of just straight flying from Alpha Centauri to get there, okay? Hour and a half of straight flying. There's no getting around it. That's at 100% throttle. No getting around it. Oh man, I love the voice attack. I think it's awesome. Alright, so we got release notes for today. Let's see what they say. Oops. Alright, okay, so the September event info Ascension, which starts on Thursday. There's our new faction to face, the Scourge, which we've read a lot about. Heavy weapons, similar to underwater and air slots in certain holes. Certain holes will have a heavy weapon slot. Currently, only one hull will have this new weapon slot, the Neptune. And the heavy weapons inherently have more weight, but have significantly higher stats. 2 more heavy weapons will be available during the event, the Scythe and the limited Death Scythe. Keep in mind that the Death Scythe is only available as a random drop for defeating Scourge Vanguard in the event. Nice. So the Death Scythe is something that sounds like we have to have. Flat DPS deflection stats. Let me see, assault DPS. The new event hulls will also be the first ships that feature flat DPS deflection statistics. 4 types of stats will be affected to the stat block of particular hulls. Assault DPS increases damage dealt by 2 ships by a flat amount regardless of rate of fire or weapons damage. So is this going to be like a new attribute? Are they actually going to start just throwing these in blueprints? Is that what I'm understanding? That's what it looks like. So they're going to add the assault DPS in, which is awesome. We've been asking for that. Assault deflection reduces incoming damage dealt by ships by a specified amount. Siege DPS increases damage dealt to buildings and turrets by a flat amount regardless of rate of fire or weapon. Well, the siege DPS, okay, so that's the damage per second, okay. And siege deflection reduces incoming damage dealt by turrets and buildings by a specified amount. So with that being said, let me go ahead and load my base back up. I wonder if this is the Scythe. Alright, so let me go ahead and just pull up a ship out of my shipyard. Now let's just, okay. This guy right here is an hour and 15 minutes. I know new dredges spawn in about 35 minutes or so. But anyway, let me just pull this up and see if it shows on here yet. I see damage, but I don't see the DPS. I don't see that yet. I don't see that yet. Let me try something different here. Let me look on here. Maybe it'll show here on. How about on the weapons itself? I still don't see anything that says DPS anywhere. I haven't looked at this in a while. Probably ought to go in there and check just to make sure. There's nothing here that I need. Okay. Well, you're talking about, that was the heavy. Okay, that was the heavy. That was up here where they added the heavy weapons. There's going to be a new heavy weapon slot. But flat DPS deflection stats. New event hulls will also be the first. Okay, I see. So the new event hulls will be the first to feature this particular attribute. I thought they were just going to add the attribute to everything that would. Because DPS is not currently something that they show. They don't show DPS. They show damage, but not DPS. Alright, never mind. Bug fixes and tuning. They addressed an issue where the waypoints for ships that had been destroyed in combat would remain on the screen. They corrected a case where unengaged fleets on the world map could show join attack instead of attack fleet in the target context menu. And also the ships that I did see. Ships equipped with the ship model will now properly show the name in their context menu when selected as a base defending ship. I didn't know that was a problem. Let me see. Next is made adjustments to more clearly identify stats as flagship effects. This includes the display of stats in the retrofit lab, namely for the Highlander nuclear cruisers. So, dang, I probably should have just kept this up. Let me go ahead and get that, let that load up, and just make sure I'm still straight over here. Yep, still straight over there. Alright, and let me see. We do have the Scourge updated 9.4. I guess I never looked at that. Okay. They added another ship in there, right? That one. They added the Stonefish. Alright. Well, cool. And event briefing Ascension right here. Why is this picture not loading? Hey, White Star. Oh, it's another layer of damage. Okay. Campaigns are no longer co-op. I don't know if y'all noticed that. Campaigns are no longer co-op right here. Okay, so here we're going to be working towards sector points, but instead of Reaver assault platforms, we're going to get a Vanguard will surface, making it vulnerable for attack. So the Vanguard is going to be the new Reaver assault platforms, the new target from the sector points. White Star, it has been a little bit, buddy. It has been a little bit, man. Yeah, wouldn't it be nice if there was a video? Yeah, it would be nice if there was a video. All right. So let me see. Multiple campaigns active at any time. Okay, it says right here that you'll only see the campaign that is appropriate for the level in the campaign modal. Campaigns are not co-op. So we're not going to have access to all campaigns again. So I'm going to be basically get the Scourge Siege, and I'm going to get access to the Scourge Elite. Neither one will be co-op. The Elite campaign is not abortable. What else we got going on in here? Alright, now you may have multiple campaigns active at any time, but any aborted campaign will have a 30-minute cooldown before it is reactivated. Scourge campaigns will reward event points for defeating the target and not event points. Scourge campaigns rewards event points for defeating the target and an event point bonus upon completion. The campaigns do not pay out sector points. Most of the points for the campaigns is in the bonus for completion. That means while payout per encounter has been changed, the total point gain per campaign has remained the same. Alright. So basically it's 2.5 million for Siege and 3.6 million for Elite, and that's the completion payouts. But you can still get points inside them as well. Scourge patrol fleets. The two Scourge patrol fleets can be found in the world map during Ascension. They are the 35 and the 55 respectively. Defeat patrol fleets to earn event points, resources, and sector points. Sector points per patrol fleet. that's it. 150 and then 1150 for 55. Scourge patrol fleets and the sector ascension bar. World map targets yield both event points and sector points. Defeat these targets to fill the sector ascension bar and unlock content during the ascension. The sector bar can be found at the top of the game screen HUD on the world map. Each sector will have its own sector bar. Each sector bar's maximum total is different, depending on the population of the sector. Sectors with smaller populations will require fewer points to reach the maximum sector points needed to fill the bar. At 40% full, 10% combat speed boost, cool. And we're going to get a small pill icon on the side of the screen. The event multiplier at 70%, basically 75% event points at 70%. And at 100%, so does it mean there's only 3 targets, 40, 70, and 100? There is no sector store in this event. The Vanguard. The Scourge Vanguard is a 4-player co-op, single-target, non-retreatable target. Okay, so if no surviving players remain in the Vanguard or the timer expires, the target will reset. Any defeated Scourge Vanguard will respawn every 24 hours from day 2 of Ascension onward, starting at 9 a.m. HUD will disappear. HUD will appear both in the base view and the world map view to signify when these defeated vanguards will respawn. Defeating a Scourge Vanguard will reward participants the chance to win rare prizes, including the 72-hour ship build token, the Health Star or Proto Nemesis, or the brand new Death Scythe heavy weapon. The inventory capacity for the 72-hour shipbuilding token is 1. Hint, be sure to use any 72-hour build tokens prior to re-engaging a Vanguard to ensure that an earned token is not lost. Defeating 10 Vanguards will award the player with the Vanguard Vanquisher badge. So there's a new badge. Yep. Let's see what that little badge looks like real quick. I'll be under Legacy, all the way at the bottom. So Kingslayer's not actually showing in here yet. Oh, there it is. Vanguard Vanquisher right there. And, alright. Anyway. So 0.19 light years away. Alright. Let me see. Fully defeat the Vanguard before the timer runs out. Does it say how long you get? I'm assuming it's 15 minutes, or 10 minutes. Let me see. Each player must have at least 5% damage to the target. Participants cannot simply be in the target when it's completed. They must have at least dealt some damage to be eligible for earn the prizes. The chance to earn a Hellstar, Proto Nemesis token, or Death Scythe is random among all participants. However, the chances of earning one are weighted towards the player with that dealt the most damage. Okay. Upon victory, all participants will have a chance to earn the Hellstar. See, it's kind of contradictory here. It says all participants will have a chance to win. But I guess, okay, it's weighted, so the person doing the most damage has the highest probability. So basically it's going to select them first, or not. It's going to do that 1 through 4 thing first, weighted towards the person who done the most damage. And then it says all participants will have a chance. Okay, so maybe it actually means just whichever individual is selected in step 3 will receive a prize. You may only attack Scourge vanguards that are in your sector. Players may enter a platform attack after it has begun if there's a slot available. There is no level restriction for engaging a Scourge vanguard, and the vanguard is not worth any event points. A pill in the HUD. Man, these guys. So, okay, top prizes. There is a Harlock Aegis Hull. Let me see. It's got a range of 40. Everything in there gets 45% defense inside of its field. Extinguishes in fire fields. So that's actually a little bit more defense than the standard Aegis. Special abilities, it has stun resistance, slow resistance, fire field resistance, unreactive. It's got 4 armor slots, 6 weapon slots, 4 special slots. Oh, hold on. I think it was a machine. It started off, hey, it's like, hey, this is Tim with customer service. Can you hear me okay? And I'm like, yeah. And then it starts talking and starts trying to sell me something. And it's telling me about rewards and this, that, and the other. And I'm like trying to talk back to it, and it's not responding. So obviously it's a machine. But anyway, back to this thing. Combat speed 16, turn speed 13. The thermal range at 80 is pretty nice. 80% penetrating reload's pretty beast. It's pretty nice. So it's both a missile hull and a countermeasure hull. Alright. The Aegis has proven itself in combat as a defensive hull with amazing capabilities. Harlock's personal Aegis will be nothing less than an improvement on those already impressive abilities. Sporting a modified version of the Frostburn's Interceptor Cryo Field, the limited Harlock Aegis flagship, so it's a flagship only. Is that right? Yep, flagship only. There you go. So unlike the Aegis, you can't put it in just any slot. It can only go in the flagship position. Alright, well anyway. And it also has the unreactive trait as well as built-in slow and stun resistances. A perfect defensive ship. Harlock's Aegis supports all ships in the fleet. Just like the legendary captain it was named after. Alright, and then the new Neptune hull. Let's see here. So, Forsaken Siege Hull with cutting-edge heavy weapon emplacements. It also boasts unique advantages against enemy structures. Alright, so max weight, armor points is 8,000, which is huge. Armor slots is 6. This thing can handle, it can carry a ton of armor. Oh, ton of armor. Okay, it has the new Siege DPS, 1200. So it adds 1200 damage on top of whatever weaponry you put on there. I get it now. Penetrating reload is 100%, so it's 100% reload to any missile. Let me see, no evade buff. Siege deflection 600, so that's a 600 resistance against anything, I guess. And I wonder if that includes like UAVs, because well, that's building stuff, isn't it? Ballistic defense, penetrating defense. All right. 16 combat speed, 13 turn speed. Weapon slots, 12 weapon slots, 6 armor slots, 5 special slots. Wow. It's unreactive and has 50% fire field resistance buff. The Neptune is a base hitting beast, sporting the first ever heavy weapon slot. And that doesn't actually mention the heavy weapon slot right here. Oh, well, maybe the 12 weapon slots is included. Alright, first ever heavy weapon slot. The Neptune takes advantage of a high siege DPS and siege deflection stat, as well as the unreactive trait, and a notable boost to penetrative reload. For more information on flat DPS deflections, check out the release notes. Heavy weapons. Heavy weapons may only be equipped to ships that have a heavy weapon slot. Currently, the Neptune is the only hull that has a heavy weapon slot. So it's the Scythe Heavy Missile. That's what we saw in the picture. I assumed that it was a. I assumed that it was a depth charge of some nature. Does it say anything on here about retargeting? I don't see anything on here about retargeting. Alright. Alright, so this thing, building damage 6004. Regular damage is 3000. Range is 76. It does a splash and spread. You see that? Splash is 14. And it's got flak evasion, a 50% flak evade. Let's look at the Death Scythe. The Death Scythe is got weighs 1,000 tons. So does that other one. Armor points gives you 2,200 armor points. Also splash and spread, 76 range. It's less building damage, less regular damage. It's 8 salvos, 6 reload. 8 salvos, 6 reload. Alright, now this actually adds corrosive damage. So this does corrosive damage, it does size does. So it's 36. I'm guessing that's 36 per second. I don't know. The evolution of the Scythe Heavy Missile with improvements stolen from the Scourge. It brings all the advantages of the Scythe as well as applying a special corrosive damage to enemies. Prize list may not be final. It's funny that everything has to come with a disclaimer. I think that's because August was such a bad month for delivering info that now everything has to come with a disclaimer. Yeah, cryonic depth charge is back. The Neptune is 15 million. The Harlock is 35 million. The Scythe is 3.75 million. Wait, earn up to 5 times? It's a limited? It is a limited. It's a limited blueprint. You can only put one weapon, build one weapon. Holy crap. And I'm assuming the Death Scythe is also limited. Then. Very interesting, guys. Hey, Icelandic, what's going on? Panda Warhammer, how's it going? Yep. So I've still got 0.16 light years to go to Hutton Orbital. So, let me see. No, I got my work cut out for me. Let's see if there's any more things to look at in the... Now it looks like there was a change to September work in progress because it's glowing white. So apparently there's something else in here I haven't seen. Let's look for addendums. Alright, the base invasion and campaign has been rescheduled for September 29th release. In its place, the new Scourge time-limited campaign will be available during the week of September 15th. So there's still a new campaign on September 15th. This is a brand new development as of this writing, so I'll be sure to let you know more information as it becomes available. Thank you. All right, so that's good. That's show-worthy info, and it looks like that's it, guys. Okay. Oh, Panda Warhammer. Yeah, it's been a while. That was on the forums. Hey, Super. Yeah, it's going to cost a little bit. Guys, I'm going to take a quick break. I'm just going to step away for a few minutes. I'm just going to leave the screen here, but I'm going to go make myself a sandwich. I got to make my own sandwich today, and top off my drink. I'll be right back. Hey guys, I'm back. Now, Panda, you said you couldn't find the link. Do you need me to put it up, post a link here for you? All right, so there's the link to that is actually the event briefing for Ascension. Oh, cool, cool, cool. Let me see, what else did I miss? Alpine Equine. Equine? That's a tough one. So you started playing Elite Dangerous? Um, Alpine, the best way to start is bulletin board missions, just like what you're doing. If you work on bulletin board missions, and particularly the ones that are, let's just say you want to progress in rank with one of the powers, or one of the navies, which there's the Federal Navy, there's the Empire, and I don't know, is there a navy for Alliance? Is there an Alliance navy? I don't know, but anyway, if you do start doing the missions for the little small factions, the sub factions, or then basically you can get like rank progression opportunities, and that will open the game up a little bit more to you. So it's something I definitely personally would recommend anyway. Hey, Cuttlefish. You're getting hammered with questions on Facebook. Oh, I gotcha. All right. Well, I'm gonna eat my sandwich here, guys. Cuttlefish, if you have any questions at all about Elite Dangerous, feel free to ask. My cat's doing good. We actually just took the cat to the vet a couple of days ago, and he was 17 pounds and all muscle. Doc said all muscle. No, Elite Dangerous, you buy it one time and that's it. White Star, I guess I'm kind of interested to see something different. I don't know if I'm it's hard to approach anything that Kixeye puts out without being somewhat skeptical, and I'm really resisting the urge to be not skeptical. You know what I mean? Hey, Sergeant. Cuttlefish. Now you can play. Basically, you can pretty much play it at your own pace. This game, and you know, and just elevate yourself at your own pace if you like. If you get into power play, then power play is basically tallied up every week. It's tallied up weekly. So whatever you do accomplish for power play, which is a whole, you know, it's kind of like the game on top of the game because it's completely optional. But if you do decide to do power play, there are benefits, and but it is your what you do for your pledge, I guess. I don't know what else to call it. Is basically it's tallied on a weekly basis, and that's how you achieve a rating. Right now, I'm a rating 4. A rating 5 is as high as you can go. All right, the sandwich is gone. Now I just have all these awesome potato chips to eat. Yeah, as far as the social aspect of the game goes, the how much you interact is completely optional. It's completely up to you. You can play in solo play. You can go in open, which open is just that's you know free for all, everybody out there. Or you can even do private groups where you can manage the people that you play with. So you can play either way. Currently at 60%. Target panel. Oh, target panel. Yeah, right now I'm in the top 60%. We have broke 3,000 contributors, so that's pretty awesome. close target panel. Yes, voice controls. Yep. I think I did White Star. I got a lot of stuff working a little bit better. I think I've had quite a few technical issues, and I think I pretty much got them all sorted. Hello. System boot. Let me think here. Yeah, I haven't actually got that macro in there for like a request docking. Because if you think about everything that you'd have to do, I mean, I guess you'd have to open up the target panel, then you'd have to select the correct tab, and you'd actually want to set up values, right? And so that the system knows what tab should be showing. But the thing is, if it's not, then how do you correct that? So it's kind of complicated. I think that it can be done. Ukabia, I think it can be done, but I'm not. It just sounds like it's a little complicated. I'm not quite sure I'm up for that challenge just yet, but maybe soon. If you check back with me in a week. Alpine, there are communities on Facebook for Elite Dangerous. I do actually like voice commands. White Star, you haven't been on here in a few, but I got my Cytec X52 Pro. So this is my sorry, I'm trying to avoid crunching everybody's ear, but all right. This is my new Cytec X52 Pro. This is the stick. This is the stick part of the HOTUS. All right, so I got these 6 toggles. It's actually 3 buttons, but if you push up, it toggles one thing. Down, push, it does something else. It does have like the POV hat switch here. It's got one here. It's got a fire button here. This one here I actually use to deploy my weapons and to put them up. That's what I use that for. Then I use this right here for chaff. This is my select button. This is my secondary fire button, and then this is my primary fire. Then I have down here the pinky is my focus, and I can use that for like selecting, like let me see if I can, it's not currently doing anything, I don't know why not. Oh, it's probably because I don't have my game selected. But then I also have the throttle portion. Okay. This has got like the multifunction display over here that doesn't actually do anything. It's really just got a clock. I know there's functionality for possibly other games, and you can set up, if you're like a super duper geek and you want to get in there and program some crap to show up in here, you could do that. But anyway, of course, my throttle here, and it displays, you know, whether it be 100%, 50%, whatever, like here, right here. This thing's loaded up with lights. I actually turned all the lights off, okay, but it's loaded up with lights. It's got like the little mouse snub here, and then it's got like the little left click button here. It's got a scroll wheel here with the like the button 3, the mouse button 3. This is another hat switch, POV hat switch. Then it's got button with the rotary dial here and here. There's 2 of them. This one right here I use for boosting my engines. This one right here I use for engaging free look mode. I don't use the rotaries for anything, and I don't use the slider for anything yet. Oh, right here, I don't use the slider for anything yet. And the mouse doesn't even work, to be honest with you. every time I tried loading it and fixing it, it basically screws everything else up. So I'm just going to go without it. This button right here I use to switch from forward to reverse. So yeah, between this and my voice attack, I'm pretty well immersed into the game right now. Pretty well immersed. I'm loving it. Yeah, I love it. And now I've got like hours and hours and hours spent trying to figure out the best place to put all of the different controls. You know what I mean? And just with this setup, I mean, I've spent probably about 10 hours at least doing trying to figure out the best way to get it all set up. I'm really not confident that I got it all right yet, but I think I have it all right for now. I don't think I'm going to mess around with it too much more, because there's a lot of really cool commands that you can use depending on your ship. And I think with the ship setups that I currently have, I've got it set up as good as I can. But we'll see. We'll see. And then I got the voice attack stuff going on too. The voice attack is actually pretty awesome as well. Actually, the guys, the other Battle Vortex guys, hooked me up with this free voice attack profile called Ripley Galactic Kicks, K-I-C-S, not K-I-X. And now I've had to go in there and tweak it so that it properly reflects my my settings, my control settings. You know, but so I've been having to tweak a little bit. You know, I've been actually modifying some of the commands a little bit so that it listens to me better. But it's pretty cool, man. I'm really enjoying it. I thought about getting the Astra. Yeah, you could be you do get used to it, and once you do, I mean, the benefits are huge. I am using the $8 voice attack program. These are the voice attack program. It's profiles. That what I was referring to is a profile that I got for free that I was able to load in here and just go in there and tweak the commands. So basically, that's the voice attack right there, and it's got the profile loaded. This is the list of commands right here. So far, there's 434 commands that I can put in here that I can say that will make the voice attack do something. So it's pretty neat. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Hasta la vista, baby.
Isn't that cool? Balance power. Reset power.
Power evenly distributed.
How's that for cool? Power to engines.
Engines priority.
Power to engines.
Power routed to engines.
There we go. Yeah, you'd have a hard time with it at your house, buddy. You got a lot of little ones. Guys, I need a couple minutes again for work. Give me a minute and I'll be right back. I'm back again. Somebody just from work needed me for a minute. Hey, Extreme. Extreme. Well, lunch is eaten. Feel bitter. Bitter, bitter, better. A long drive. Hey, whatever. No, not in combat. Just trucking along, trying to get this Hutton Orbital. It's amazing how far this is. It really is. It's amazing. Mm. Mm. Some driving glasses too. How's this look, X? Boom! How's that look? Breaker, breaker, 1-9. Smoky on your 6. Yeah, Hutton Orbital, it's just an outpost. I mean, there's nothing really special about it other than the fact that it is 2.22 light years, almost a quarter of a light year away from the star. It takes from when you come out of hyperspace at Alpha Centauri and Super Cruise, it takes an hour and a half to get there. That's what is special about it. And when you get out there, there's not much there, you know. It's all about the drive. Yeah, my hat is green. It is green. Let's see. It feels like it's kind of bent funny. That's a little better, I guess. Yeah, the fuel tank's really not that big a deal. I mean, you know, if you can handle any kind of jumps, I mean, you know, if you can handle any kind of jumps, you know, uh, the hyperspace jumps, you could probably handle this trip. You know, I mean, you see right there where it says I'm burning like 1.8 an hour. I think that might be pounds. Pounds of fuel per hour, if I'm not mistaken. So you'll burn, you know, about 3 or 4 pounds of fuel. It's not too bad. Green ski mask. I thought about it. I have. I've thought about that. Always happy to help. They're extreme. Is it 1.8 tons an hour? Well, each one of the thin line doesn't isn't that representative of 1 ton? The thin line all the way on the side, just above, and then of course your main tank is represented by the thicker line underneath, which I can't remember how much fuel mine holds. I don't know if it's 32 tons or what. Somebody could interdict me. Yes, they could. But that's why I'm not an open play. Yeah, the thin fuel bar above is like that's 1 ton. It's like your reserve tank. Okay. Um, well, it kind of makes sense that that would be the main fuel, right? Because it's 1 ton, and then the bottom one being your larger tank would be your reserve, I guess. But so basically, um, you know, whenever the thin line is empties out, it takes more fuel from the thicker line, okay, and then starts all over again. That's how it works. So you've got multiple tanks there. Yeah, I heard about that. The code is that one group is called the code, and yeah, they've got a blockade around the Hutton orbital, around the star up here, Proxima um, Centauri. They've got a blockade. Yeah. Were you looking at the line all the way at the top, all the way on the far right side? The one that's got all the little bouncy lines in it? Extreme? Because that's actually the noise your ship is putting off. That's supposed to be your signal, the signal from your ship. Well, they got a blockade. They're not really blockading the star, but Hutton Orbital, and they are, but the Hutton Orbital orbits this Proxima Centauri, the star, and they're blockading it. They're trying to deny anybody passage to Hutton Orbital. But from what I understand, it's only like 25 players. So if you know another group wanted to come out here and take them out, it could probably be done. Well, they actually did make a big post. There's a big post on Reddit by that group, the code, and they're a pirate code group, okay, and they're basically holding a ransom. They're holding the station for ransom. They want like 550 million credits um, to go away. Is what they want. They want 550 million credits to go away, and and uh, and they have some kind of justification for it. About something about pirates. I mean, I guess because said something about hauling scrap, which is supposed to be worthless. So basically, they've got everybody in the galaxy like trying to haul scrap out here to Hutton Orbital, and it's got the pirates ticked off because they're not hauling rare cargo. Yeah, well, other people can relaunch from Hutton too. Getting close, guys. Yeah, that's true. They do already have the rare item. Yep. Yeah, well, they're not. I'm actually playing in my private group. I'm not playing in open play, so these guys won't have any access to me, Dirty Harry. So I'm safe. Right. Exactly. I hate being on call. Man, it messes my sleep up so bad. I actually do got to get up tomorrow morning and go in for a meeting though. Hopefully this is the last one, but we'll see. I thought last one time was going to be the last time. Can you imagine driving out here, spending an hour and a half driving out here, and just to get your ship blown up so they can take your scrap? Yeah. Well, there's no large landing pads at this station anyway, so it's only medium and small. Um, it's only medium and small landing pads, so a large ship couldn't come out here anyway. I mean, you could drive out here, but it wouldn't be able to dock. And I think it's only got like one medium and a couple of small landing pads. I think there's only 3 landing pads here. Yeah. Dirty Harry, you know, you're going to be, whenever you quit Battle Pirates, I mean, eventually it will happen, but when it does, you're going to be like, wow, I spent all of that money on a game and I've got nothing to show for it. You know? I mean, eventually it'll happen. And you know, you'll be like, I don't know, man. I mean, you'll probably have just tons of expendable income then. Yeah, well, hopefully we can get you into Elite Dangerous, man. Hopefully we can get you into this game. So now we're going to have limited ship weapons, man. What do you think of that? Limited ship weapon blueprints. Yeah, well, going into open play is not that scary. You just got to make sure you have credits to cover your rebuy. It's because Extreme could probably tell you about having pythons and losing them without having the credits to cover the rebuy. It's not fun having to start all over again in a Sidewinder. I think he's done it like 2 or 3 times. Yeah. Well, I wasn't putting you down for it. I'm just saying, you know, it happens. So I'm just saying, it just happens, you know. I know a lot of guys try to give you crap for it, but I uh, I realize crap happens. I haven't had my first Python yet, and he's already had 3, so I can't put him down for that. I haven't had my first one yet. Are you talking about the limited? Oh, whatever. We're actually talking about on Battle Pirates. So Battle Pirates, they just came out with the new a limited weapon blueprint. That's in the community event that starts this Thursday. So it's a different game entirely. Has nothing to do with Elite Dangerous. Sorry for confusing you. Getting there. Wow, man. Take the sunglasses off and it's like, holy moly. There's Proxima Centauri. That's the name of the star that's in front of me. Getting ready to start slowing down here. The name of the planet here is Eden. Yes, you can, Dirty Harry. Disengage.
Disengaging supercruise.
Target panel. Close target panel.
Briefing request granted.
Landing pad 3. 333. Where is 3? Where is 3? Oh, there it is. Deploy landing gear.
Landing gear deployed.
Landing gear deployed.
Oops. Oop, forward.
Docking successful. Engines disengaged.
Yay, I'm here. The cost to get here is ridiculous. This is ship integrity. It's freaking insane. My paintwork is completely shot. It's at 0% health now. Oh, that's right. I was like getting ready to freak out. That's terrible. I was like, yeah, I was thinking I was dropping off garrison supplies. All right, scrap. At a loss. All right. Now let's see where I'm at. Oh, be right back. All right, I'm back. All right, so now I'm up to 352, and I'm still in the top 60%. Thank you, Sparks. All right, and there's still 15 hours and 8 minutes remaining. Hello. All right, so let's see here. I'm going to have to disappear here in a couple minutes. I got to go sit down and play with the router for a few. But see if I can go ahead and at least get back to a station. Let's see here. What was I looking for? Commodities. So now I've got 6 of those. I'll wait a few more minutes. I don't know if I can get more or not, but I'm going to hold off. Yeah. Yeah, Dirty Harry's a pirate already. Yeah, he's a pirate already. I was really kind of hoping my info here would change. I'm dropping that off. Would put me in a higher bracket, but I'm still in the 60%. So that kind of bites. Well, maybe I can go out and buy some more scrap and bring it back. So, but that'll be later. I know I need to go try to get some uranium on Battle Pirates too. So I need to go ahead and kill this stream, guys. I'll be back in a little bit. Let me go ahead and do some shout outs real quick. Who all we got on here? We got Dirty Harry, Sergeant, Extreme XC29, 2K14 Sneaky, Cannon Ballrag, Ukabia, Panda Warhammer, Private Ryan 23, Red Bubble 481, Slayer 13170, and TX Bone Collector 7. Now, there's other guys, if you're interested in Elite Dangerous streams, I know Extreme does some streams, Sergeant does. Those are both guys that you can probably also follow and watch their streams. So they're here in the chat with me. So I'm just giving them guys a couple of plugs. I know there's if you're interested in Battle Pirates, I think I know Extreme does Battle Pirates on a rare occasion. But there's a lot more Battle Pirate streamers underneath my Twitch stream here. So, but anyway, I'll be back. You guys, I'll talk to y'all later. Have a good one.
The price is wrong, bitch.